All right, you guys, I am back. So hopefully, I think that we should have some decent connectivity. I know it's been raining today, so I know that's kind of probably throwing off some things. But what I'm going to do here is I am going to share this out with my group really quickly if Facebook is going to allow me to do that while you guys are kind of coming in. And obviously, for those of you that are new to Child Care Success Tools, let me go ahead and just introduce myself so that you know who I am. My name is Ashley Benz. I am a child care business strategizer and mindset mentor. I am a mom, I'm a wife, and I'm also a former owner, operator, and director of a child care business of 10 years. I started out as a family child care home provider, and then I transitioned that into an actual center. And so basically what I do is I literally help childcare owners. I help those that are trying to get started. So if you're trying to get started, I help you kind of go through that whole process. And then I also help childcare owners basically inject childcare business automation directly into their childcare program so that they can, number one, have a quality program for children and families. And most importantly, which is what's dear and near to my heart, is ensuring that you have a quality of life for yourself, okay? And that you're able to maintain that lifestyle that you either are currently already have, that you are not, your non-negotiables are there, and that you are just living a quality of life, and whatever your dreams are for your childcare business, that's what I do. I did not have a quality of life for probably about the first 6 years that I ran my business. So it was rough, and I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a lot of work. So hi, Tabitha. How are you? So anyway, you guys, let me go ahead and share this out really, really quickly, and then we're going to get started. And I'm super excited to be able to talk to you guys today about this topic that we're going to discuss. And this pretty much came up in the group. So hang on, let me go ahead and do this. Looks like you guys are here. How is everybody doing? As you're coming in, say hello. Let me know where you're joining from and all that good stuff. Tell me about your day. How's your day going? That will, hang on. Okay, so let me get over here. So I know here, at least, it's been raining, y'all. Like, I don't know if there's anybody from Seattle that is a part of the CST community, but I don't see how you do it. I do not see how you do it because it's just been raining. Like, I feel like it's been raining like a whole month. We've had a few days of some sunlight, but other than that, it's just nothing but rain. So I do know that, we're definitely getting into the spring. And as they say, April showers bring May flowers. Also, as you're coming in, let me know that you can hear me and everything's okay. And I think that we're good. I can see on my end, but just to give me that extra, just make sure that we're okay. We're not having any kind of audio or any kind of issues there. So, hi, Ashley. Hi, let's see, Rashana. Okay, awesome. Glad you guys are here. All right, let me share this off to my group so that they know that I'm here as well. And then we're going to get started, you guys. Now, I hope I'm not having any loading issues. Are you guys okay? Am I okay? Like, are we not? Because I know on my computer it's kind of having some loading issues. So hopefully that's not happening on the live. And it could just be my computer right now. Hi, Lakeisha. I'm glad that you're joining. All right, you guys. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Jennifer, because I'm going to be answering one of your questions that you, or your comment. That's what we're going to be actually doing. So my computer is having some, I don't know, it's having some issues over there. So anywho, and I think y'all can find me. So, all right. So let me I know I keep moving around here. All right. So today, what we're going to talk about, hi, Maria. What we're going to talk about, you guys, is overcoming fear, funding, licensing, and the other stuff that is holding you back. So yesterday in my Facebook group, and I got to get over to this group, so hopefully I can get over there. So yesterday in my Facebook group, I asked the community, and the question was, what is the one thing that you are struggling with that you feel is holding you back from whatever it is, from your dreams, right? From your goals. Okay. And so there was like several comments that came through, and I was just like, instead of me answering this over the back and forth in messages and replying back to post, I just said, you know what, I am going to just do a video on it. So what I'm going to do is do a restart on my computer, and then so I can get back in, because I'm going to have to see those questions so that I can get back in there. So at least I do have my notes, which is why I always have my notes. So, all right, so let's just jump right into this. And before we jump in, really quickly, I need for you to do something. I need for you to share, like, and I need for you to love this video. If you know of any other childcare owners or directors or those that's running home daycares that they could, that they need this, be sure that you share this video, you guys. Also, if you are watching this from YouTube, you are watching the recorded version of my Facebook Live, but I would love to be sure that you also share this video as well. Give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure that you do that so that you can get notifications of whenever I post up videos. So then that way you can stay in the loop, okay? Also, you guys, I do want to let you guys know this in the beginning of the video. I usually do stuff like this at the end, but I do want to let you guys know, just in case some of you guys don't stick around, which you should, because this is juicy stuff here, y'all. But I do want to let you know that right now I am actually offering complimentary one-on-one discovery sessions with me. So typically this time of the month, I do my webinar trainings. And I am sorry if y'all hear that beeping. Hang on, y'all, because I'm going to turn off my notifications on that app. So usually what I do is I usually do webinar trainings around this time of the month. But what I have done instead is I wanted to actually get on the phone with you guys, like those of you that you're needing help, right? I know, and I get people email me all the time. They're like, Ashley, I'm on your website. How do I actually speak to you? So to answer that question, my calendar usually is only for clients. I do offer like one-on-one sessions, but this is the first time that I've ever really opened up my calendar for complimentary one-on-one sessions. And a lot of that's just because the webinars are great. I know you guys love them. I love doing webinars, but this time I was just like, I just want to talk to somebody. I want to talk to you guys, right? With the webinar trainings, it's all me. I'm doing all the talking and things like that, but I love having conversations with you all. And so that's what's happening this month. After this video, I will leave the link below if you would love to have a complimentary session with me. And I'll go over that a little bit more, but I just want to let you guys know in the beginning, just in case you don't stick around. All right, we are going to get started. So once again, the question that I asked everybody was, what is the one thing that you are struggling with right now that you feel is holding you back? So Julie and this was actually in my Facebook group community. So if you're not a part of that, you need to get in there. Hang on, my computer is loading and doing just all kinds of stuff. So, and I want to get back in that group. All right. So Julie says licensing. So, this is what I want to share with you guys about licensing. And she said she wanted to, she's trying to get licensed in her state. And so I know for those of you that are already in business, you're like, okay, we've already been through this. But for those that are trying to get started, licensing, I know can be, it can be a lot, right? And if I'm just honest with you, with licensing, it's very, very easy to get licensed. That is why there are loads of childcare programs all over, everywhere, on every corner. It's really easy to get licensed, okay? Licensing is not the hard part. Actually, that's, in my opinion, that's the easiest part. Now, I know when you're going through it, it is difficult, right? You definitely have these fears and things like that, as far as licensing and everything of that nature. So what I'm going to tell you on the licensing aspect of it is that, okay, guys, I got to do this. Lipstick on the teeth is not cute, and I'm not going to do a go live video with lipstick on my teeth. So that's done and over with. All right, because that would have just completely, like, you know, that would have bugged me the whole time. All right, you guys. So so what I want to tell you about licensing is that the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the website. Okay, so every state offers a website that will have that information for you. You can also call them up. So you can actually contact your actual child care business, and you can contact them. They're semi-helpful. I mean, they will give you information, they'll get you kind of started, but let me just kind of give you a heads up on licensing. They are not there to hold your hand through the process. So don't look to licensing and think that they are like going to be the ones to help you from point A to point B. Licensing, all that they care about is that you are providing a safe and healthy environment for children. And that's their focus. So don't really look to them to be the ones that's going to hold your hand or guide you through the whole entire process. You can also contact your child care resource and referral agency as well, which I want to think right now, most states are gearing towards where you kind of have to contact them first anyway, and go that route. So that is basically kind of what I want to say about licensing. I don't typically get so deep into it because if you can do paperwork and just kind of read and that kind of thing, which I know everybody can do that. Licensing is not that big of a deal. Where it does come into play, though, where it kind of gets really, I guess, stressful, is when you're trying to set up your home, if you're doing it out of your home, or like if you are doing it in a center, because before licensing comes out, you're going to have everything ready to go to receive a child, okay? They want to see what are you going to be doing with the children? Where are they going to be sleeping? They're going to want to see where you're going to be feeding them from, like what your kitchen look like. So that's what they're after. And of course, all of that does have to be set up before they come in. But once again, that's the easy part. So anyway, Julie, I hope that helps you at least kind of, get you going. Just you can Google licensing in your state, child care licensing in your state. It's going to pop up, and then from there you'll be able to kind of be able to get the information that you need. All right, you guys, let me get back over here really quickly now that my computer is back up. And also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave those below as we're moving through today's video. And those of you that are coming in, make sure you say hello. I think everybody's kind of said hello. So awesome. All right, let me get over here, you guys, and get in this group if it's going to let me so I can see. Okay, and it's just not. So anyway, we're going to keep moving. Okay, you guys. So Ashia says that the thing that's kind of holding her back is... hang on, y'all. I've got to get over in the group because if I don't, I can't see what is happening. I can't see what the questions were. I didn't write down the questions. So, or if anybody is, I don't know if anybody can see in the group. Hang on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. So, and let me see if I can remember. Ashia said... Hi, Mia. Hello. So glad you're joining. Oh, okay. Now I know what Ashia said. So Ashia, her question was, when do you know when to expand? And so she's wanting to expand out of her home daycare business, and she's ready to, she's done with that. And her question was, when do you know when it's good to expand? So here's what I have to say about that. And if y'all see me, if you guys are joining, you see me looking over, I'm trying to get this set up so I can get in this group and see. So here's what I have to say about when do you know when it's time to expand? when your money says it's okay. So if your money says it's okay, I say it's okay. And, you know, the thing about expanding is that, first of all, what you're already doing has to be working. Okay. That means that your systems have to be in place, you know, and the most important part is that you got to be profiting right now. So you have to be able to be in a profitable child care program already for it, you know, for it to make sense. The one thing that you have to really understand when you're expanding is that what you're actually doing is you're taking what you already have and you are making that bigger. You're duplicating that, you are copying that. So whatever you've got going on right now, if you expand, that's what you're going to have. If you don't like that, then that's where I always like to tell people that what you have right now is your template. So you want to get your template down the way that it needs to be before you expand. If you're not making a paycheck, you got to figure that out. If your program is not profiting, you got to figure that out. If you are having issues with enrollment, you're going to have to get all that stuff figured out before you expand. The one key indicator to let you know that you are ready to expand is at least one of the things is that number one, you've got a full-blown waiting list. People are calling you like day and night. And literally your business is demanding, the public, the community is demanding that you expand. Now, that is one indicator that you're ready to move to the next stage. I have also seen some people that are actually in their homes, and because of the amount of children that they have, they can't be profitable. So that would be an indicator that I need to figure out how to either get my home daycare business profitable or my center. I have seen some people in centers and, you know, they are just not making any money there. And a lot of that's because of the amount of children that they can be licensed for. And so that is the indicator to expand. That one, though, when I work with people that are in those situations, that's a very sensitive area to be in, meaning that, you know, your home daycare business, your center that you are currently running right now is not able to be profitable. That's very sensitive. And there are different ways that you can expand, but, you know, obviously that's where everybody's situation is unique and different. And if you're in that situation, I would highly suggest to get a coach or somebody to help you transition yourself, because that's very sensitive area to be in. On the other, I guess the third thing I definitely want to make clear is the money. Okay. So if you are in a home daycare business, if you are in a center and you are profiting, then obviously you're ready to kind of slowly start expanding. But the one thing that I want to make it very clear about expanding is that you're going to have some money. Now, I know that a lot of people don't like to talk about the fact that you got to have money in your pocket, but let me just be upfront and honest, and y'all know that I am going to be that. If this is your dream is you're going to have to fund your own dream. Okay. You are literally going to have to fund your own dream. Now, you can get a loan, you can go out there and do that, but this is going to be on you. Okay. Majority of it's going to be on you. Now, I'm not saying that like I said, you can't go and get a loan and grants and things like that. I'm not saying that they're not available. What I am saying is that it's very, very hard. And so you kind of, in some ways, you just think about it. Just think about it like this. So the time that it takes you to, let's say you go into a bank and they tell you no for whatever reason. Okay, maybe your credit's not where it should be. Maybe your debt to income ratio is not where it should be. Maybe, you know, they need you to have a down payment and you don't have that. So, and then you say, okay, well, what is it that I need to do for you to say yes to me the next time I come in here? And just think about it. The stuff that you would have to do to get them to say yes, in some ways, you know, and the time that it would take you to do that, in some ways, it would just be more easier just to save up your own money. And whether that is money to come in for a down payment or something like that. But I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Now, me personally, I did not take out a loan to run my daycare business. I did not take out one loan. I went and tried to apply for some and try to look in for grants and just all the hoops and things like that we had to jump through. I'm not saying that I was not ever going to do that. But for me, I just said, I would just rather just take the profits of my childcare business and then just keep rolling those back over into it to expand that away. And that's pretty much what I did. So the profits that I made, I just kept rolling it. It's old-fashioned way of doing business. You have a business, the customer comes to you, they pay you, you put a little bit back into the business to make sure that the business is running. You take the rest of that, you put in the bank, you make sure that money is, somewhere that's going to grow. Okay. So now we're talking about investing. There's just different ways that you can do that. And then you take that and you use that to work. Now, is it the harder way of doing it? Yes and no. I guess it's just the way that you want to look at it. Because when you go get a loan and you have to put up your house for collateral and then, something doesn't go right and your childcare business fails, and then guess what? You're homeless. Now, we've heard people say, we've seen this happen. I know you've probably seen it or heard of it. I know I've seen and heard of it. People lose their homes over a business. And me personally, to me, it's just too much of a risk. Now, here's what I am going to tell you. This is a smart way of doing it. You take those profits that you're using from your childcare business. I know I'm saying on this funding for a little bit because this is one that comes up all the time. You take those profits that you are using to run your childcare business, and what you're going to do with those profits, okay? You're going to go ahead and open up. What you're going to do, you can go and you can lease. You can, and I always say this too. Don't ever get yourself locked into something. Locked meaning you're signing off something and you're locked, right? Which is why I say for your first time around, don't go off and buy a building. And now let me just say this, unless you've got the money, okay? Unless you've got the money. So if you've got the money, you can go do whatever you want to, right? I mean, obviously then that would be a problem. But just don't sign off to something and then you're locked in that and then something comes up and you can't pay it back. And then next thing you know, you're in just a world of debt over a business. Just don't do it. Okay, I'm back in this Facebook group. And you guys, speaking of complimentary sessions, I've got one in about 20 minutes. And I feel like I'm just now getting started. So let me just kind of move along. Let's see. Okay. And I'm going to get into these comments. My computer was having issues. Okay, so that was Ashia. And so anyway, Ashia, I hope that answers your question on how to expand. The main thing here is profit. That's the best way to do it. That's a smart way to do it. Save up some money, you guys. Do what you got to do. I know a lot of people say, well, it's going to take me forever to save up some money. Well, you know what? It might. But you just got to do what you got to do, okay? And that's why I tell people right up front, have a plan when you go into doing this. Have a plan. Let me just say this to you guys, okay? From my own personal experience, it doesn't take as long as you think to save up even $30,000, okay? There's ways of doing it. You're gonna have to work hard. It might mean you got to go get a second job or get some of your own personal debt paid down, whatever. But once you get that plan and it starts rolling, y'all, money can grow on trees, okay? Because next thing you know, you look and you're like, man, I didn't even realize that, I had this much money in my account. So it's not as hard as you think it is, okay? It just takes a little discipline and patience. All right. Where am I? Pedro says that he wished that he would have gotten a loan. So let me just read off. He says that I saved up a good amount of money, but it went quick, especially since it took me 3 facilities until I got approved by licensing. I'm just starting to break even after 4 months, but I've been blessed to fill up rapidly. So now here's a smart way of doing it. You take those profits, you save up your own money just to get, and I would even say save up enough just to even lease out a place for 2 years, all right? At least you've got your lease money set aside. All right, then what you're going to do, now you're ready to go get a loan. Now you're ready to go get a loan, right? Because now you've got you've done your expansion. Now you're able to start making more profits, and now we can safely get a loan and know that we can make those monthly payments, okay? And make sure to pay it back. So that's a smart way of doing it. All right, Natasha says, Natasha, hang on, I got to scroll back up here. Oh, we just went over Natasha's. Yes, because Natasha and Ashia said the same thing. Okay, so where am I? Jennifer says, I think Jennifer is joining. So Jennifer, here is to your comment, is that you have, it says, a fear of failure, fear of biting off more than I can chew. And that is very normal. I think that when we go into anything, you know, there is that fear of, oh my goodness, like, what am I getting myself into? And things like that. So here's what I have to say to that. A plan will stop fear directly in its tracks. Okay? A plan will stop fear directly in its tracks. See, fear comes because of the unknown. And I'm not saying that a plan is going to give you all the answers, but at least it's going to be able to, you're going to have a guide, and you're going to have a way that says, okay, if I'm here, I can move this way, or if I'm doing this, I can move that away. So honestly, that's all that you need to diminish that fear. Is just, you have to have a plan. That's what I, you know, people that I work with, they come to me and they're like, Ashley, I'm afraid. And I'm like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. This is the plan. And they tell me I feel 10 times better, right? Now I've got guidance. Now I have a way. Now I understand what's going to happen. And things like that. Also, having someone to help you along the way that's already been. See, doing this whole thing, you guys, you are like, it's like climbing Mount Everest, okay? Now, who would climb Mount Everest without a guide for the first time? Who's going to do that? Now, I know I'm not going to climb probably any mountain. But who's going to do that, right? You're putting yourself up. There's so much risk involved. I mean, think about like the mountain climbers, right? I mean, there's so much. You're climbing a mountain and you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what foods to eat if you run out of food in your backpack, what trees are poisonous and what's not. What do you do if you see a bear? How do you start a fire so I can stay warm at night? I mean, you're talking about climbing a mountain, you guys, and you're kind of like out there just on your own. That will diminish fear really quickly. To have somebody that's already been up the mountain that can show you, they know the different shortcuts. They know the different trails. They know what foods that you need to be eating. And so same thing with running this childcare business and starting one, having a coach, having somebody that's going to show you, and also that's going to be honest with you and let you know if you are going down a direction, I wouldn't do that. You know, this is why. That will let fear just go completely away. Not to say you're not going to be, you're not going to have those moments. I mean, that's just natural. We're human. So, it's not to say that, but it just makes it a whole lot easier, right? And we've all heard the saying, but you can do it the hard way or you can do it the easy way. Just whichever one, people decide to choose. So, and speaking of which, you guys know that I'm here to support you, but when it comes to that, finding a coach, and you got to find somebody that, and I was telling somebody the other day on a call that, you have to find somebody that has the lifestyle that you desire to live. So that's one thing, I have a coach, and when I was looking for one, I found somebody that has a lifestyle that's living the lifestyle that I would like to live. So me personally, I'm not a hustler. So I wasn't looking for a coach that was hustling and working, 10 hours a day. That's not the kind of lifestyle that I want. So I found somebody that doesn't do that. So anyway, that's just a little tip on that. Okay, let's see here. Melissa Drum, I think I meant Melissa, says openings and financially being able to pay for an employee or two is the one thing that's holding her back. So here's what I have to say about that. As far as your openings go, Melissa, marketing. That's just it. Marketing. Hi, Misty. Misty says amen. And thank you for that, Misty. But marketing marketing, marketing. I cannot say it enough, you guys. You have to be marketing 365 247 a year. Okay? You cannot stop marketing. And so if you're dealing with openings, that's what the problem is. Okay? It's very easy. That's what the issue is. You're gonna have to market your program. You're gonna have a system in place that allows you to market when you are asleep. Okay? Because if you don't, people will forget about you. I don't care how great of a program you have. I don't care about the word of mouth. I don't care about any of that stuff. You cannot start a business and expect for it to grow on its own and you're not watering your marketing area of the business, right? We reap what we sow, okay? So if you're not sowing enough marketing seeds, if you're not sowing any marketing period, then you're definitely not going to get anything back. If you're not sowing enough marketing seeds, well, you're not going to get enough back. And if you're not sowing the right kinds of marketing seeds, you're not going to get nothing back. This is all unique. It depends on your area, your situation, and it's different for everybody. But that's what's going to help out with that. So marketing will stop you from growing. That's just it. If you're not doing it, you're not going to grow. Don't fool yourself on that. All right. Candace says paperwork is the one thing that's holding her back. And she feels pretty much drowned. Let me tell you about the paperwork aspect of it. You guys, I got about 5 minutes and I got to get off here. So let me tell you about the paperwork aspect of it. Paperwork, you're going to have a recipe on how you do everything. When I think about the paperwork in my office, when I was running my childcare business, even now, everything that I process through, it's a recipe. And so what you're going to do, Candace, is that you're going to create a recipe for every little thing that you do, which is automation. Okay. And automation is like a recipe. You're going to create that for every little thing that you do so that when you come in and sit down, you're not thinking about what you're doing. You're just doing it. So your office procedures and dealing with the paperwork and everything going on in your office, it should be autopilot. It's just like driving a car. When you go into a car, when you sit in your car, a lot of us sometimes are driving and, I know I've been doing and it's not safe, but, I've been driving and the next thing I know, I'm thinking, I can't believe I'm already home. Or how did I get this far? I didn't realize I was already around on this side of town. That's autopilot. You guys know what I'm talking about. That is exactly how your office procedures should be running, where you're literally almost not even thinking about it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're thinking, but not to the extent that it's taking you all day to do it. Okay. All right. Elmira says, okay. So Elmira says systematic changes and regulations on a state and federal level that have a direct impact on the financial and operation aspects of childcare, primarily because childcare center owners do not have a voice when these regulations are, hang on, I got to click see more. When these regulations are being being proposed in her area. And so anyway, she also says that getting center directors out of their classrooms and working on their business is also a challenge. Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you the reason why it's a challenge on that, Elmira, is because automation. See, automation is exactly what allows you to be able to, for your business to be able to rely on automation and less on you. Okay. It's like a baby, you guys. I was talking to somebody the other day and we got to laughing, but it's the truth. It's like breastfeeding. I mean, it's like if your childcare business has to have you 24/7, then you are still breastfeeding and you're going to have to wean the baby off. Okay. Okay. You're going to have to wean them off. Your childcare business is not going to grow if you cannot get it to where it can run without you. Okay. Gail, and I'm going to read this comment, you guys. I got like 3 minutes. Okay. Gail says, I love your lessons. I taught kindergarten 32 years now. Now my heart's desire is to open country homeschool. Oh, I love it, Gail. Yes, I remember talking to you in the group, and that yes. Okay. Well, just keep pushing on that, gal. You can do this. I'm just going to continue to keep you in my prayers, and that all that's going to go well with you. But yeah, I remember you talking about that too. So Danielle says, great analogy. Thanks, Danielle. And yes, you guys I use analogies all the time. My husband's like, where did you come up with that one? But I don't know, it just makes sense to me. But same thing, you guys understand that, right? If your business is 5 years old and it can't run without you, that's, just like you still breastfeeding at 5. Now, not to say anything for some people, that's what they want to do, and that's fine. I know me, I'm not breastfeeding my daughter. She's 3. I'm just definitely not. I stopped at 8 months with her. So, but yeah. So if your childcare business is whatever age that it is, just look at it like that. Okay, you guys. I think that's everybody. Let me go down really quickly and yes, I think I'm almost with everybody. Melissa says that she's been having issues with staffing. That's her number one thing has been holding her back. So here's what I want to say about staffing really quick. You have got to have a mean staffing automation machine going on in your business, because we already know, you guys, that it's a high turnover rate. They're in, they're out. They're in, they're out. They're in, they're out. They're in, they're out. Constantly, right? A lot of it depends on what area that you're in. And just, if I'm just honest with you guys, y'all, the work ethic of some of these little young ones, they don't want to work, y'all. They come in, they think they're going to be able to kick their heels back and sit back and, come in and play with kids or babysit. And if you have a program that's not allowing that, they don't want to do it. So that's why you're going to have a machine in place that makes sure that you are attracting the right kind of people to your program, that you have a hiring process in place, a correct hiring process in place that includes correct interviewing, and that you have a way to retain those good employees. And over time, you will eventually get a good team. But a lot of that just depends on also your area. There's some people that don't have an issue with staffing. There's some people I talk to and they're like, oh, my staff has been with me since I got started. So some of that's area, because in different areas, you got different mentalities of work. But nonetheless, you're going to have something in place, an automation system that pretty much what it does. And the end goal of a staffing automation system is that you're always having those applications coming in your door at all times. So they never stop. And so if you're able to do that, then you shouldn't have a problem. Also, having a sub program in place as well. Okay. All right, you guys, last one, it's fear. Now, here's what I want to say about fear. I said it earlier. Fear, having a plan will diminish fear. That's it. Okay. Anytime that, because I'm human too, just like everybody else. There's times when, we're doing something new, or we're launching something, or I'm doing something, I also get that, human side, and I get fearful as well. And so what I do, I go to my team, I say, hey guys, look, let's get this down. Let's get a plan in place. And then after that, I feel so much better, because it just allows you to, literally it allows you to be in control. Now we know that, plans are not always going to go as planned, but if at least you got a plan, you can at least, maneuver yourself through the process in a smooth way. All right, you guys, so I've got to get off of here because I've got one of those complimentary one-on-one sessions like in 2 or 3 minutes. So with that being said, you guys, what I want to do is I want to invite you, if you're not a part of my Facebook group community, be sure that you get over there and join. I'm going to leave the link in this video. It'll give me about an hour because I've got to get on this call, and then I'll come back in and get that taken care of. Also, if you are wanting to book a complimentary session with me, I do ask that, it's not for everybody, but I do ask that you are ready to work. You are ready to really make some changes in whatever situation that you're in, like this year. And you have the mentality that, that you really want to do this. Okay. So I'm going to leave the links to all that below this video, in the comment section on Facebook. And if you're watching from YouTube, I'm going to make sure to leave that in the description box below. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for joining. I am so thankful that you guys were here. And anyway, I hope this was really helpful to you all. If you do have any comments or questions at this point, you can leave those down below and I will get those. I'll be able to see those if you're watching the replay. So once again, you guys, I'm going to leave the link to be able to book a session with me. Right now, my calendar is open. I do not usually have my calendar open for complimentary, but my calendar is open. It's going to be open for, probably the next couple of weeks. I think I'm going to keep it open for a little bit. So anyway, you guys, listen, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I am sending you my prayers of encouragement and success your way, and I will see you in the next video.